Shantae Advance is a video game that should not exist. The original Shantae game released on Game Boy Color back in the early 2000s from WayForward, and it did not sell very well. Released near the end of the Game Boy Color's lifespan, and a lot of people had already moved on to the Game Boy Advance. So a sequel was in development called Shantae Advance by WayForward, the same developers, but they couldn't find a publisher. WayForward then shifted to making mostly licensed games for the next decade or so before returning to the Shantae series, where they released a game for the DSi, and then eventually via crowdfunding were able to produce some more games that were based on Shantae. Now, over 20 years later, the original sequel that was shelved and thought to be lost and canceled has finally released. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution is out now on all modern platforms, including Switch, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and it also got a physical cartridge release on Game Boy Advance a few months ago. It's a really great full circle moment that you don't usually get to see because WayForward was able to persevere and continue making games all throughout the decades, even though the game they really wanted to make all those years ago was not able to be made. But they returned to that original source code that they had, they spruced it up, they improved the game, they finished it, and then they ported it to modern platforms. You can read my full review of Shantae Advance over at Forbes.com, where I've written it up, link in bio for all that good stuff, and check the game out for yourself if you love retro-style pixel art platforming action.